Jake.
And I'm Christine.
And for everyone who's trying to readjust to high school, here's a pretty fun high school comedy from the 1980s that pretty much lied to us about what high school would be like.
Not a ton.
Universal Pictures presents everything you always wanted to do in high school with everyone you always wanted to do it with.
Hey bud, let's party! That was my skull! I'm so wasted!
See Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
What's up for your high school years? It'll be a lot more interesting. A lot more interesting.
Yeah,
Coming soon to a theater near you.
I used that in our intro. But yeah, Fast Times of Ridgemont High. It was, I don't know if it was the very first, but it was definitely one of the original teen high school movies of the 80s.
Some of the best movies.
It was written by Cameron Crowe, who maybe you'll know for Almost Famous and Jerry Maguire. And it was directed by Amy Heckerling, who made Look Who's Talking and Clueless. Yeah, the good people behind the camera. And this movie also featured some early appearances from people like Judge Reinhold, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Forrest Whitaker, and last but not least, Sean Penn as Jeff Spicoli. Considered by many to be the quintessential high school stoner.
Spot on.
Awesome! Totally awesome!
And Jeff serves up Spicoli.
People on mood should not drive.
Oh crap.
This movie is just a lot of fun. I saw it a few years ago, and the way things worked when I was a young teenager, my mom wouldn't let me watch R-rated movies unless my grandfather saw it with me the first time. So this was one of those movies I watched the first time with my grandfather, which is a little funny when you think about it. Not as awkward as watching A Clockwork Orange with your grandfather.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Fast Times, if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's very 80s, a lot of stuff a lot of people today probably won't get, especially this thing where people get aroused by sniffing paper. You have to look that up to understand it. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff here.
They're the students of Ridgemont High. Brad Hamilton, the fast food king.
I shall serve no fries before their time.
It says 100% guaranteed, you moron.
Mister, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna kick 100% of your ass!
Charles Jefferson.
But there is still a lot of stuff that is kind of still relatable, such as people trying to fit in high school and people trying to start relationships, make them work, and kids.
Kind of like also the inner class dynamics of like the geeks, the jocks, just kind of the stereotypical
stoners.
cliques. Stoners.
Yeah. Cliques don't change. Get a few new ones, but they don't change. The film also surprisingly has a segment that touches upon the subject of teen pregnancy, and handles it. It's hard to say how they handled it, but I thought it was a bit more realistic than most teen 80s movies try to handle that kind of stuff. They try to act like there's an upside to that kind of thing, when most of the time there's not. But anyway, getting too dark. Sean Penn, he was a ton of fun here, and a lot of people who make stoner comedies today take a lot of inspiration from his character. And I read that during filming, this is just a weird thing, one day while shooting, he stayed in character, and he took a cigarette he was smoking and put it out in the palm of his hand and just rubbed it off. When I was young, I may have thought of doing that kind of thing, but I quickly realized, nope, don't try that.
Dumb things, they don't work out.
And he's not.
Green slime.
He's not. And I think a good note to go out on is he's not very visible in this movie, but this is technically the very first film that Nicolas Cage was ever in.
Where?
He's not in the trailer.
Okay.
It was like a 5-second part. He was more like a glorified extra, and it's the only film he made where he went under his birth name, Nicholas Coppola.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it was Coppola.
Yeah.
Fun facts.
Yeah, man. So awesome.
You are so awesome. But you're not drunk.
Check out the movie. It is hilarious and you'll have a good time, especially if you're into retro shit. See you then.